Welcome back, guys, to Persona 5 Royal, where we're 24 days until Maruki acts. We do not confirm Maruki's reality. We said nay. Nay to your plans and managed to spirit out Yoshizawa. So we have to go to bed to meet up tomorrow at school, if I remember correctly, because of course a week passes between every session ender. Off we go to see Lavenza. No, I'm not allowed to get... I have to get sleep. I'm not allowed to train. Do you want to take a break for today? I want to think on it a bit more. What? Hey, go to bed. Hey, don't do stuff. You won't get enough sleep. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Nice.
It looks pretty healthy. Don't do stuff. Don't do stuff. Oh, I don't want to go to sleep. What, Morgana? No, we're going to sleep, Morgana. I'll tell you when to sleep. I'm the boss now. Hey. Sorry, it's nothing. I mean, it doesn't seem like nothing.
No.
I was just remembering what happened that night. You remember, right? The night before we went into Mementos to erase it, before we dealt with Shido.
Hey!
Remember how I said I'd finally found the place where I belong? Even though I said that, and really believed it, I still fell right into Maruki's hands. I know I've made it obvious how much I want to be a human. More than once I thought it would give me a chance with Lady Ann, but what I did was just so lame. I can't believe I was off having a blast while you were busy trying to help us. Hey, but you came back. Oh yeah, that's true, but I mean, that was just the right thing to do. Now that I think about it, you've been helping me from the very beginning. Hell, I was locked up in prison when we first met. I'm nowhere near cool. I mean, nowhere near it. You're already super cool. You're a cat and you accept it now maybe a bit? Quit buttering me up. Okay, next Gritches. You don't have to tell me twice, though. I'm going to be super cool from here on out.
Listen up.
You know what? I'm going to make you a promise right now. From here on, I'm going to be more independent. But you mean that's also part of the role? I just keep relying on you for everything because deep down I thought you could figure everything out for me. But that's all changing. I'm going to stand proud on my own 4 feet. And I'm going to be the one to protect you. I promise I will. Oh, okay. Huh? I've discovered a new, my original power. Just fused it with what you've learned or what you've become. Morgana's persona Mercurius has transformed into Diego.
Okay.
Alright, time to serve Maruki as just desserts. Anyone who tries to pull one over on us like that is asking for it. Yeah, let's do our best.
Right.
Sorry again for the hassle. You and I are going to be even greater partners now.
Let's turn in for the
Well,
night.
things are going to get hectic starting tomorrow. Let's call it a night. I need to investigate your new... Oh, there we go, thanks. Majestic Presence and Miracle Rush is coming into the frame. Medium physical damage to all foes with high chance of critical versus to one foe. I guess that might be just a straight upgrade then. So we can get some more skills by the look of it. Also, Majestic Presence increases effective allies' healing skills, may decrease SP cost. Miracle Rush is learned. Okay, there's no new skill to learn, but you get a skill at the very least. Sure. A new year is starting. You all look sleepy. What did you doze for the new year? Was Shogatsu one big excuse to laze around? What's Shogatsu? I need an explanation. Good grief, Shogatsu's not supposed to be an excuse to relax, you know. Is that just school holiday? We decorate with Kadomatsu, Kagami Mochi, and Shiminawa in order to become the Toshigami deities. Oh yeah, of course, I know this. It's one of the oldest traditions in Japan. By the way, cherry blossom viewing and even Children's Day are meant to commemorate deities and spirits. Japan's got a lot of gods, so naturally there ended up being a lot of events and rituals to accommodate them all. There's a phrase referring to all the Shinto gods as a collective. Anyone know offhand? No?
What is the answer?
Alright, Takamaki-san, I'll bet you slept through Shogatsu. Why pick on the blonde girl? Yeah, I mean... Hey, Lady Anna's obviously panicking. Be a good guy and help her out. I don't know.
Seriously?
I'm so unlucky. I didn't even sleep through Shogatsu. Honestly, you wait. Can you give me a hint? It's some phrase about the gods, but it's kind of abstract, right? What's this phrase supposed to illustrate about the gods of Shinto? How much they love to party! How powerful they are, how numerous they are. I think it was saying about a collective, so probably numerous if we're following that train of thought. I think they just really love to bloody party. And you are all invited! Yeah, let's go with that, considering there's a lot and it's about representing all of them. Yeah, I think that's right. They use a specific number, right? Okay. What's that phrase again? The one about how many gods there are in Shinto? Lots. Lots of them. 8,010,000 free gods. Well, it's not free. So it's either 10,000 or 8 million. In Japan, isn't there like the whole thing that there's gods in everything? And everything isn't 10,000 things. I mean, everything isn't 8 million things. I'll go with the ridiculously high number. Yeah, I think that's it.
That means...
So people call the gods of Shinto the 8 million gods, do they now? We learned.
This is it.
This is it.
Correct.
That's correct.
No way.
We call them Yaoyorozu no Kami, or the 8 million gods. Though that number's not meant to be taken literally. Yes, it just means it's gods everywhere, right? Yaoyorozu is essentially shorthand for myriad gods, an uncountable number. In olden days, the Japanese believed that gods dwelled in everything. Okay, I know this bit. What with all these traditions, you could say these beliefs still affect our lives today. It's a wonderful thing, really. We really need to cherish our history.
Nice going.
Nice, Lady Anne seems really relieved. If I didn't know that little extra bit, if you know what I mean, I might not have got that. You're pretty good at studying. I'm impressed.
You've been awfully busy lately. Don't forget to eat lunch. As for myself, be sure to order some jelly-filled bread and... That's...
Yep, it's beautiful. Let's follow it.
Yeah, let's go. Hey!
Hey, chase it down so you don't lose sight of it. I keep doing this a lot lately. Also, the band is still blooping reality. Do you know what I mean? So stop that. We're going on a trip next week. My mum reserved a hotel. Is this really the right time for that? What are you going to do about your college exams? Oh, well, nothing really. What do you say? You've worked so hard up until now. I know you want to have fun, but you can't give up now. What are you talking about? I'm not going to college. When I graduate, I'm going to work in my dad's company. I've been saying that since last year. Oh, okay. Got a path in life? People seem to have calmed down about the Phantom Thieves. What do you think about them? What does it matter? And yet we never managed to find out who they were. That's by design. It all feels like a dream now. Well, I want to report the news without being influenced by the public. Honestly, I wish I could interview them in person, but that's never going to happen. Yeah. Also, what good are Phantom Thieves if they're not phantom-like? Going downstairs? Are we going by the snack machines outside? Hey, you see that? I went to the first floor.
I hope I can do it.
Come on, Senpai. We shouldn't skip. If you keep this up, they'll take you off the starting lineup. It doesn't really matter to me. Actually, I'd be glad if they did. I prefer to just sit on the bench and cheer everyone else on. It's easy. I could chat with the manager. What? Seriously? What's gotten into you? The manager, probably. Could you at least come to afternoon practice? Everyone's worried about you. Yeah, if I feel like it. It's got a crush. Where on earth is it trying to go? Come on, we gotta follow it for now. It. It's leading me to placenta juice. Oh, it's not actually. Not the toilets, thankfully. I was a bit worried about that.
For real?
The nurse's office? What's going on here? It's just like my dream. It even showed up in your dreams. That's strange. Well, never mind that. There's no point in thinking about that right now. Let's get inside the nurse's office, quickly. And there's other people to speak to.
Hey, wait!
Okay, I guess not. Everyone's been in high spirits since the turn of the new year. It's weird. Did something happen? I heard everyone's happy that all their wishes came true, so that's probably it, right? So they know that it's come true. But being too happy might not always be a good thing. You have to be motivated to win a match. It sounds like you've been talking to your boyfriend on the soccer team a little too much. Come on, being happy is a good thing. How does he resolve sports results if everyone gets what they want, but both team wants to win? How does it's just draws, endless draws, same goal difference, everyone wins. That's an interesting league table and some very interesting matches, I'm sure.
Lady Lavenza.
Hello. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
I see. Exchanging common expressions upon meeting like humans do, it has a rather pleasant feeling. But that is irrelevant. Let's turn to the matter at hand. As I told you yesterday, there's something I wish to tell you. But first, please gather your other friends here.
Here? You want to meet in the nurse's office?
This place is filled with the cognition of bed rest. Maintaining my existence in a reality controlled by someone like Maruki is no simple feat, but the exhaustion that it induces is limited by this place's cognition, so I may converse with you all in person here.
I see.
Let us continue this conversation once everyone involved has convened. Until that time, I will provide my eyes a much-needed rest.
Wait, rest? Lady Lavenza? I guess we should get everyone in here. Infiltration success.
I'm rather surprised no one took notice of us.
Considering how I don't have an adequate excuse for the school to approve your being here, we're lucky it went as well as it did.
As long as you maintain an air of confidence, you can fool just about anybody into thinking you belong. I must say, though, I hadn't expected you to actually reach out to me for something like this.
Well, it's just as we said before. We've accepted your offer to work together. Now's not the time to let personal stuff get in the way of our goal. But if you ever betray us again, we'll make sure you regret it.
All right, then. That's no concern of mine, anyway. Remember what I told you all before. We share a mutual interest. Until Maruki is defeated, we have a deal to uphold.
It appears that everyone's arrived. Does this mean you're ready to begin?
Ain't that our line?
Tell us what you know.
Yes. I wished to speak with you about the circumstances that led this Maruki to alter reality as you know it, as well as the true nature of his power.
You know all of that?
I admit there will be a degree of speculation involved, but only to a small extent. First, I will explain the situation with the current reality. I believe that Maruki has altered the cognition of the masses. In other words, it's thought that the alterations he's made are the result of his meddling with mementos.
He changed mementos? How is that even possible?
Okay. How did it come back?
Wait, don't forget about our experience with the Metanav in Maruki's palace. Seems like this kind of thing has a habit of sticking around despite our expectations.
Mementos is the cognition of the masses given form. If that man is truly capable of controlling individuals' cognitions, and that man were also to gain access to mementos, it would be no surprise that he could impact everyone's cognitions and affect reality itself.
Could he really have done all that? I mean, it's assumed that Dr. Maruki has the power to control cognition, right?
Exactly. That man's controlling of cognition. Let's see. Why don't we refer to his power as actualization? Most likely, that actualization is a power unique to a persona. In other words, this man named Maruki is...
He's a persona user?
That's impossible. There's no way to have a persona and a palace at the same time.
Determining when Maruki first awakened to his power is wholly impossible. However, by the time he crossed your paths, there's no doubt that he was making use of his actualization, although he may have only been doing so subconsciously.
Even if it is just his subconscious, he's using a persona in the real world.
So, his ability to make Yoshizawa-san think she was Kasumi-chan.
It was most likely through the use of actualization.
Still though, even if we assume that Maruki has unique persona abilities, such as the case with him and myself, we still need to determine how he used that power on mementos as a whole, rather than a single individual.
Right. Even if there were some kind of power that could affect mementos, it's on a whole other level from what we've seen so far. A single person just shouldn't be capable of all that.
That's true. Changing reality just by thinking about it isn't something humans do. It's something that, like, gods do.
And what if he became such a god?
What? The god of control.
Indeed. The being in mementos that you all defeated was a false deity that the masses deludedly clung to. It is easy to conclude that Maruki simply took over the false god's position when it disappeared.
Took over his position? What do you mean? So you're saying society thinks of Doc as a god now or something?
Now, the Phantom Thieves are the ones who gained the masses' support after defeating this so-called god of control. So it would follow that the masses would turn to the Phantom Thieves next as their savior. In that case, why did they instead turn to Maruki, who did none of the work the Phantom Thieves did?
Masses were invested in the Phantom Thieves, not Maruki.
Wait, you what? What do you mean? We never wished for anything like that.
Is that really true?
It's most likely because...
Yeah, we were invested in him. What? We put him on the totem pole. We put him at the head of the totem pole above us. What the dumbasses. This subconscious stuff, it's just, you know, it gets you, doesn't it? We did it.
What? After we defeated the god of control, we wished for reality to be like Dr. Maruki described it. And it happened?
I don't remember doing any wishing with you guys and Doc. I mean, when would we have even had the chance to?
What about our counseling?
Can't change the past, but you still want to keep your chin up and press onward. Is that the gist of it? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it'd definitely be better if none of this had happened at all, but... Well, no matter what path you might have to take to get there, I hope your Trek dreams will still do you some good in the end. Yeah, thanks.
Looks like you all walked right into the spider's parlor.
There's no way of knowing how many of those situations were intentionally orchestrated by that man. However, the result is still the same. A desire for his actualization was seeded within your hearts. Thus, I have no doubt that it was your own desires that led to their actualization.
So this is all our fault, huh?
We're the ones who told him the cognitive world really exists, too.
Well, time to clean up our mess by the look of it, because to be honest, we put him in a position where he can't even really achieve his goal. There's no way he can make everyone happy. It's all gonna fall apart, and then he's gonna have to make some decisions, and they're gonna be tyrannical. Let's put an end to this.
Right, let's fight. If this is our own fault, we've got to be the ones to fix it.
Yes. This realization changes none of what we must do.
Very well. Then allow me to proceed. This world is in a very unstable condition currently. On the day that the God of Control fused mementos with the real world, the merging was undone through your efforts, and the two worlds are now attempting to return to their initial states.
So, what you're saying is this world has reverted to a state where the fusion with mementos hasn't been totally undone. That explains why Maruki's palace was visible in Odaiba.
Even as we speak, Maruki is still influencing this world in places where its boundaries are blurred. As slow a pace as it may be, he still continues to actualize the world of the masses as a whole. Should this continue, reality shall merge with mementos once more. The two worlds will again become one. When that happens, anyone trapped within the actualized world can never again awaken to the original one.
No.
This issue goes beyond the masses as well. Although you are all Persona users, it would be next to impossible to defy Maruki in a world completely under his control. To be clear, once the two worlds conclude their fusion, there will be no chance of your success in this mission. And I believe this fusion will conclude in 1 month's time.
We only have a month.
If memory serves me correctly, February 3rd was the date Dr. Maruki gave us, right? Could he have possibly chosen the time limit based on when his actualization will be completed? It's possible.
If that's the case, we don't got another choice except to steal his treasure by then.
We'll need to secure our route to the treasure by the 2nd so we can send our calling card. Then, on the day of, we're most likely going to have to fight Maruki.
Allow me to produce the calling card. This is certain to be our final card. I'll pour my heart and soul into its creation.
Be that as it may, there are still some unsolved questions.
Yes. There's a lot of things. I'm gonna say it wrong. I mean, we kind of know who the palace ruler is. You mean the meta nav then, maybe? Oh, I always get these wrong with Akechi.
Right.
What's the deal with the palace's name? Doesn't seem to affect the app's functions, but
That must also be a product of Maruki's cognition. He most likely learned that you could somehow infiltrate the metaverse. As long as he permits your existence, your method of infiltration will not entirely disappear either. However, in his heart he must have feared you would learn his identity as the palace's ruler. Perhaps such a feeling took the form of hiding the ruler's name from you.
But in that case, why didn't Dr. Maruki just actualize us out of existence entirely?
I mean, he definitely wants to save us. He doesn't want to kill us. In fact, he puts us on a pedestal as well, I guess, back to a certain degree. Wants to help us more than necessarily others. Special treatment-ish? I don't know.
Maruki told us he wants us to accept his world. It may be hard to believe, but since we mutually benefit from his actualization, maybe he really does want us to submit.
Sorry, even if it does fix shit for us, I just can't accept the world getting treated like that. Let's start the infiltration tomorrow, yeah? And you? Sound good?
You're willing to ask me as well.
Duh, dude. The Phantom Thieves don't act unless it's a unanimous vote.
Fine then. You know I have no intention of accepting Maruki's world anyway.
Then that settles that.
Wait, what about Yoshizawa-san?
We may not have summoned her as one of the Phantom Thieves. This definitely involves her as well.
Maybe we should fill her in on our situation once she comes to terms with her own. What she does with that information, though, that's up to her.
Right.
If that concludes matters, I shall continue to watch over you, Trickster. Please show me the path that you choose for humanity. I just...
Guess we might as well close up for the night. Hey, once you're done washing that, you can go ahead and call it a... welcome.
Yoshizawa?
Have a seat. She's here to see you, right? Now, don't worry about finishing up. I'll take care of it later.
Sorry for coming over so late, and thank you for the coffee. It's delicious. Would you mind if I got something off my chest? Thank you. So, to tell the truth, I saw you all go into the nurse's office today, and, I sort of eavesdropped on your conversation.
Yes, I know. We've never been very good at doing covert stuff, to be honest. If we were, maybe it would have been a lot better throughout the story. Maybe we'd have gotten away with... No, we wouldn't have. About the actualization? About Maruki.
You've all found the paths you want to take, and are following them with such confidence, whereas I'm simply... Like Dr. Maruki said before, I ran from the truth. I couldn't handle the fact that Kasumi died because of my actions. My memories are still a bit hazy, but even when I remembered that I'm really Sumire, I didn't want to accept it. I was still running from reality, where Kasumi is gone, where I had to live for Kasumi instead of as her.
Yeah. Do you still want to run?
No. Like I said earlier, I realized something when I saw you all striving to push onward. I can't keep running like this, but now that Kasumi's gone, I have no idea what to do with myself. Senpai, what should I do?
Yeah, you have to decide, not me.
You can be awfully firm sometimes, Senpai, but you're absolutely correct. I must thank you for allowing me to unload all of this onto you. I'm still not completely sure what I should do, but I plan to think more on it. I've got to figure out what to do with my life now.
Let's reform society.
And we already done that. I mean, I guess we gotta do it again. Tomorrow we're going to the palace. We're gonna take back the world. The real world. Going to the palace. I don't get a choice. Rewriting reality. But we'd never have thought such a thing possible. Not only that, but this palace is ruled by a persona user. How does that make any sense? I know god moding when I see it. At this point, he basically is a god, right? This shit makes Shido look small time. We need to come up with a plan. That's a good point. We should meet up tomorrow. Sounds good. Speaking of which, how should we contact Takechi-kun? I guess we could let him back in the group chat, right? Yep, that'd be quickest. Yeah, oh, I only have one choice to agree. Alright, I'll take care of it. Thanks. 1 month to go, huh? We better come up with a plan. That time is gonna go by fast. By the way, is it rude to say that now that Kasumi is Sumire, like, Sumire is... I'm gonna like say it's Sumaya, Sumire, whatever. Her name is... I'm gonna say her name wrong. Don't you think her look is better? I prefer this look, the glasses. Hair down forward, not in a fairy tale. Personally, I guess that's my taste.
For real?
I can't believe he controls Mementos. This guy's different than the others. Maruki's gonna be a tough one to take down. I mean, I like long hair. I like long hair that's let to flow free. I used to have that one. Down to my waist. Long, flowing, thin locks that prompted the future.
Nice.
Looks pretty healthy for now. It does indeed. You're not allowing me out again?
Hey,
So all I can do is go to bed. You're not even going to let me watch TV because I'm stressed, am I? That's why I'm trying to play some games so I can fight a boss for 2 hours and not succeed till the last bit.
hey.
This isn't going to be easy. Let's keep our guard up. Time to sleep. Went into the palace today, yeah? Good idea, I'd say. Although we mustn't rush, of course. Yeah, honestly, if we want to accomplish anything, we got to get out there. I agree. Is that all right, leader? We should be careful. Now let's go. Oh yeah, the secure route to the treasure. In that case, let's meet at the hideout after school.
Okay.
All right, the hideout after school then. Should we tell Yoshizawa? Well, we should probably still leave her alone. I mean, we should meet at the hideout at school. We got to do evil voice, right? Tell everyone to meet at the hideout. We should all talk this over before we infiltrate the palace. Nope. It seems everyone has arrived. Let us begin. Who's that who gets their head straight up blocked? February 3rd is the date we agreed on with Dr. Maruki. We've got to go find that treasure already. Once that date passes, it's over. We all get that, right? We'll have to discover a route by February 2nd to be more precise. By the way, I've noticed this because of thumbnails, etc. I'm not even kidding. This is true. Yusuke, when in group shots, when in like a composition of where we're seeing all the Phantom Thieves together, usually is always at the far edge and like the highest up so that something, if anything is blocking anyone, it's blocking Yusuke. I don't understand it, but like I noticed that throughout like most of the playthrough, just like trying to find thumbnails and look at points to take a thumbnail from. It's like, why is Yusuke always squeezed up in the corner? It's what he is. It's like the game designers are like, yeah, him over there. What? We'll have to discover a route by February 2nd to be more precise. That's another way to look at it. Nice, you actually remembered.
Yeah?
Of course I did. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to secure our route sooner rather than later. We must be deliberate, however. We have no idea what's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, Dr. Maruki's pretty much got the power of a god. I doubt anything's going to go smoothly. We better not let our guard down.
Very well.
Very well.
Let us go.
Let's go.